Hey everybody, it's the early show, Rick and Lola. We are zooming right now. This is I'm not used to video format, but nonetheless, we've got special guests Joel Bennett and Jay Silverman. Now, Jay, Joel, I know you're with Taste West Virginia, the magazine and the website. Now, Jay, are you affiliated as well with Taste West Virginia?
He always drags me into these things.
Okay.
He's always like, "Hey, I got an idea. It's like, what's that? Let's do this. And I go, okay, cool. So I guess you could say, yes, I'm part of Taste West Virginia, but for me, I have a travel YouTuber. And so I try to focus mainly on West Virginia because it's the wild and wonderful. And I've met so many people who've never traveled even outside their own county. So my background is I worked in minor league baseball for 14 years. So when I came to West Virginia, we did a lot of school days. And come to find out, excuse me, I've met a lot of kids who've never left their county. So when they would come to the ballpark, it was like their first time out of their like region or out of their norm. And it was just wild to like be a part of that. So I thought, I have some time. I got caught in the radio and I had some video equipment. And I said, well, I still need to use my video equipment for something. So I said, let's try to do some travel vlogs about West Virginia. Let's show off the state. And so that's kind of what I do more as a hobby. So, I work a 9 to 5 like everybody else, but because of COVID, it gave me a great opportunity to work here with Joel and create this WV hot dog tour. So it's been a fun, fantastic event.
Well, I will let you know that in late February, I purchased a block of tickets for the April 10th West Virginia Power first Friday night home game. We talked about it for weeks. We were so excited, and then this thing called COVID hit, and I never got to go to my game, man. So now I noticed the have fun on your shirt. That was also in the video, the hot dog tour. What is have fun?
Well, have fun is exactly what my YouTube channel is about.
Okay.
If you go to Jay Silverman 9, all one word on YouTube, and you'll find that not only with the hot dog tour, I'm still doing one video a week about traveling the great state of West Virginia. And while we're doing that, we have fun. So while also maintaining the hot dog tour, it's also having fun because, you can see us goofing off in the background, trying to have a good time, even waiting for a hot dog. You'll see us flipping cups and things around and, just trying to have fun with anything that we're doing because you can only eat so many hot dogs before you go, here we go, another hot dog again. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, you got to go out and explore the area while you're there. It's been a fun time. It really has.
Now you are rating these hot dogs. I want to ask a question. How did you come up with your, I guess your parameters? It's like, how do you rate these hot dogs?
Well, first thing, it's like taste. Okay, well, what's it taste like? Is it good? Is the hot dog warm? Is it, is the bun warm? Is the chili cooked? Is it chili unique? Is there something cool about it? Is it homemade? Is it out of a can? So taste is very important. And then you come to presentation. So when you cut that dog or you bite into that dog, you want to have a little bit of the chili, you want to have that slaw, you want to have that dog, you want to have a great bun. And sometimes a skimpy dog, you don't have that chili all the time. Where did it go? Where's the chili? They just spent a little time and put a little sauce on there, like a little smear. And no one likes a smear of chili, folks. No, we want some good chili. We want a good dog, right? And so that is the presentation. What's it look like? Is it really wet? Like say if you have a boiled hot dog and there's too much water coming off that dog and your bun gets really soggy. I don't want a soggy bun. Come on, who wants soggy buns, right? And he might have a soggy bun, but I don't like soggy buns, right? I like them cooked, a little bit buttered, something good. So presentation is really about the skimpiness. Is it greasy? Is there too much grease in the chili? Because we didn't spend the time to get all that grease out of the chili or the sauce or whatever they're going to call it. And then, of course, cleanliness. We're going to go into a restaurant. I want to see it clean. An average place is just kind of an average clean place. But if you have the hand sanitizer, if your coworkers are wearing the face mask, to protect ourselves from COVID, I think that's also an important thing. Plus, if you have a dirty restaurant, do you really want to eat a hot dog from maybe a dirty kitchen? So that's kind of like where cleanliness comes from. So, exactly. And we've been to some places where you're like, whoa. So,
you turn around and walk back out again, right?
Yeah. So for us, when we do the grading, there's the best is out of 15. Okay. So each category is 5 points. 3 is an average score, just an average score. I've had this before a million times. 5 is over the top, like, wow, that's great. Or a 5 for cleanliness would be like each table has hand sanitizer. It's incredible to see how people react and how they create the cleanliness of their restaurants.
Right now, you are going with mom and pop chains more so
Correct.
than mom and pop establishments more so than, say, a national chain that has.
Right.
How do you go about picking them? I mean, are you just like looking them up on Google Maps and hitting the road, or?
We try everything. We try all of the above. First, we go through Google, then we ask the public. Then when we get on the road, we're all about, you know, just checking out the areas or driving both lanes and try to find all around town to see if we see something. And then, you know, we found out Yelp is actually very helpful for finding things more so than Google.
Yeah.
So,
and we also put surveys out there on all of the Taste West Virginia sites, including my friends or whoever's with us, like either Erica, who has tagged along with us, Allison, and some other people that we're trying to find around the region to come join us. There's Chad that we've had down there in Oak Hill and stuff. You guys haven't seen those videos yet, but they're coming out, I promise you. But we've had people that from those areas that might have more information that we would know because we're not really from those areas. So we're trying to get as much knowledge as we can to try to fit everybody that we can. And we found some crazy hidden gems on like the sides of roads.
oh yeah.
You drive by and go, wait, turn around real quick, U-turn. So I'm making a U-turn going back going, what is this crazy place? Sometimes you find your best hidden gems there.
Exactly.
Again, we're talking to Joel Bennett and Jay Silverman. We're talking about their West Virginia hot dog tour. Now, I've got a couple questions, but I want to ask you real quickly, how can they access the videos? Now, right now, you've got the 2 posted, the part 1 and part 2 of Charleston, and that's what you've got so far, right?
That's correct. Yeah, the best way to go is you can go to probably a couple platforms. For me, you just go to YouTube, of course, and search Jay Silverman 9, all one word. And Joel has links as well.
If you just go to tastewv.com, we're adding a playlist of all his videos, so you can just see it right there on the homepage of this night.
Now, one question I had, and I don't want to give away any spoilers because I want people to go watch the videos because the videos are very entertaining. But the only hot dog to get a perfect score, I could not believe that was the kind of place you would find a hot dog like that. Were you guys as surprised as I was?
Yeah, I'd never been there myself. I didn't know what to expect. It was kind of the end of the day, actually.
Yeah.
And we were kind of done with hot dogs. You know, we'd had our fair share. And you know, after you had several, you know, we try not to let that impede our judgment. You know, this one was just in another category of its own.
Yeah,
so.
It was one of those things where we're out there flying the drone, because you can see in the videos, you see a lot of drone shots. So we wanted to test the drone a little bit. It was an early evening, so we wanted to kind of see what kind of twilight, how the lighting was on the camera. So I suggested, let's go over here. And then I knew there was more of a flatland over by this golf driving range. I said, let's go check it out over here. Maybe we got some more easier flight paths that we can, you know, check out, you know, where there's like a clear line of trees and things. And so while they were there, we smelled the barbecue. And I went, oh, looks like they're grilling something up. And sure enough, we said, do you have any hot dogs? He's like, oh, yeah, come on in. I went, okay. Sure enough, just those hidden gems. You're like, are you kidding me? I've never heard of you. And sure enough, it was fantastic.
And you can find out where that place is in the video.
That's right.
Right, yeah. And, now, another question I wanted to ask you now, how many days of filming were the 2 videos that you, because you tried 37 hot dogs, right? 37 different locations? Yeah,
it's, I'd say probably 6 is what I was going for. Yeah.
There's always, you know, we'll hit as much as we can in 1 or 2 days, but then there's a lot of places that are closed and we try to, you know, get back out there. Then, you know, when we get back, we feel like we're totally done. And then someone says, you heard of Aunt B's out there by the corner? Oh God.
Hey, we got Bobby Sue's over there on Route 60. Have you heard of them?
I couldn't believe it when I saw you guys go into Dairy Winkle, because I've only driven past that place. Our kids
never stopped in.
Live out that way. Yeah. How many hot dogs was the most hot dogs you had one day?
It could be 10.
Yeah, I think 10.
It could be 10.
Yeah.
As much as you love hot dogs, would you say that by the end of the day you were done with hot dogs, or could you have more?
You know what? It depends on what kind of day it is.
Yeah.
You know, if we have a day of good dogs, then it'll fuel you each time. You go, oh man, this was good. what else is next?
Right.
Or you could go to some places, you'll see that video coming up,
Yeah.
where we're like kind of frustrated, like, oh man, we need to find a good hot dog, or I'm done for the day.
Well, there was one of these spots where we're driving by, like I said, we drive by and we go, oh, look, there's a spot. We went to a spot just recently, a few days ago. I won't tell you where, but it's in a couple videos down the road. But we went to this wonderful place, and we had one of the other people with us, myself and Erica, and I cut the dog in half, and I noticed that the dog looked pretty bad.
Really?
And I was like, ooh, I'm not really going to eat this dog, because you could just tell it just looked bad. And Joel has a whole hot dog, and he takes his first bite. We're trying to give the warning, like, hey, don't eat it, don't eat it. Because of the fact the store owner's watching us, he's trying to eat it. At the same time, trying to find a way to cover and bury it with napkins, if you know what I mean. So,
oh my gosh.
yeah, you find some bad hot dogs out there. You'd be very surprised how much people don't care compared to the ones
you can tell just by
care
looking at it that
and
the dog was bad?
passionate about their food.
So you can tell just visually that this dog was not a dog you want to eat?
Oh, yeah.
After as many hot dogs you can tell. You just know. You just
Yeah, I mean, we're not like that picky. It was just it was something going on with that dog.
It was a very colorful dog in all the wrong places.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me jump in here on a question. Of course, West Virginia slaw dogs.
Yeah.
Huge. Where do they play into all of this mix? Have all of them been West Virginia dogs, or?
So let me ask you, what is a slaw dog to you? What goes on a slaw dog?
Yeah.
Slaw dog for me, okay, so if I had my druthers, it would be the toasted split top bun, okay? You needed a good hot dog in there. I prefer them grilled over boiled, just so you know.
Me too.
A little bit of mustard, a good thick chili, not too runny. I don't like the watery ones. And
You
then
don't like the sauce?
No, I don't want the sauce.
Right.
You're going to give me chili. You're going to give me chili. Come on now.
Exactly.
And then I like the more homemade shredded cabbage slaw on the top rather than the diced up ones. So that to me is West Virginia slaw dog.
Oh, and I want to mention, I learned through watching the videos that split top bun, that's called an English bun. Thank you, Jay.
Yes.
You'll be amazed at how much you learn about hot dogs getting on the road. We thought we already knew a ton of things, but we're constantly being corrected different regions we go about what things are called, So as soon as you leave from Charleston up into Huntington, which I thought that it was a little further north, but that's when you get into slaw territory. I mean, not slaw,
Sauce
territory. So
Really?
yeah, they don't call it chili anymore. It's called sauce as soon as you get up through Huntington. And then slaw dog, we've only heard it a handful of times. I think it's been southern West Virginia.
Southern West Virginia, they call it the slaw dog. And here near the Charleston area, it's basically the West Virginia dog.
Or with everything.
Oh, with everything, yeah. So we run into that up here as well. And then, like I said, when you get down towards Ohio, the tri-state area, it's all about the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff
Oh,
you and I
really?
don't know. Yeah.
And you guys were judging Virginia dogs, right? Because I mean, they all had to be the standard.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. Just people call it different things. That's kind of.
When we first started, we weren't exactly sure how we were gonna do it because our first thought was like, well, what is most popular to your restaurant?
Right.
Was how we first walked into this, and then we realized everyone's like, oh yeah, it's everything on it. It's this and that. Was always the West Virginia dog, the same. So we decided, let's just keep it the same and just always go for the West Virginia dog or the slaw dog or whatever.
Have you been through southern West Virginia yet?
Yeah. We've gone 2 trips so far. Is it just 2 or 3?
We've been there 3 times already.
Yeah.
We've done they kind of break southern West Virginia down into regions, and so southern West Virginia is looked at as the Hatfield and McCoy Mountains region,
like the Logan area.
Yep, the Logan area. And then the other part of southern West Virginia is the New River Greenbrier Valley area. So we're actually going down there tomorrow to finish up the New River Greenbrier Valley tomorrow. And then we're also finishing up the Hatfield McCoy Mountains on Saturday. So we're gonna wrap up that tour and have at least that half done.
Yeah, we haven't hit. We went through Hinton. We've done Beckley, Hinton, Oak Hill, and all kinds of little places around.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a couple places that we're close that we keep trying to hit in Lewisburg, and then that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Yep.
And then anything we can find along the way. Oh, we haven't hit Fayetteville yet, and we haven't heard of many hot dog places in Fayetteville. So that's one thing that we were getting ready to put out an ask for, to see if there's many hot dog places in Fayetteville.
So you're looking for specifically the Fayetteville area.
Yep.
Hot dog, local establishments, not
Right.
national chains, local establishments with hot dogs.
Right. Yep.
And
we
how
did-
can they get that info to you?
They can go to Taste West Virginia, facebook.com/tastewv.
Okay.
And that's the best way to just send us a message or comment on one of the photos, because we'd love to find that out.
Again, we're
Wonderful.
talking to Joel Bennett and Jay Silverman. We're talking about the West Virginia hot dog tour that they're making, judging the hot dogs, the best in the state. Now, I want to ask you, because not everybody got a perfect score. What did you get any kind of response from maybe some of the restaurants that scored a little bit lower? Were they, did they give you any? Have you heard from them at all?
I gotta say, the people that hit really low, I don't think that we've not heard from them.
No.
But I feel like
Thankfully.
they may not be paying attention to that kind of thing,
Yeah.
or they may not be active
Yeah.
at looking up. But some of the people that were not in maybe top 5, they're just right outside of that. They're very, they want to figure out what they can do. But it's not always
To
about
bump it up?
that they weren't that good. It was just we had so many decent ones up top that were kind of tied. So,
Like a great example will happen to be, you'll see it in part 2 of the video. There is an establishment up in Sissonville where the gentleman actually asked us to come by and check out his restaurant area. And I said, okay, who wanted us to try his hot dogs? And so we went in there, and he had a huge smoker outside. We're like, okay, cool. A smoker. Okay, this has great potential. And by the time it was over, it was basically scored like just a little bit hair above an average dog. So an average dog is a 9. So I think he scored about a 10. And the woman there goes, well, why do you think we may have scored so low? And I said, well, if he smoked his dog instead of just boiling it, he probably would have had a bigger score. And she goes, you're right. I've told him, the owner, to do this, to actually cook the dog instead of boiling it, because it was the only thing on the menu that they didn't smoke.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah,
So-
so it's surprising that some people just don't take that extra time and effort to make the dog.
I'll say this too, because I don't know if we mentioned it. I'm sure we mentioned it in the video. The main winner of the Charleston area, they smoked their chili, which was pretty unique.
Really?
Yeah. So he took the hamburger meat that belongs in the chili, and he smoked it all out before making his blend. It was fantastic.
I think we had something that was almost like that once, but nothing.
Yeah.
compared to that.
Yeah.
So now so I got to go to this place. I mean, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to give it away because I want people to watch the video. But man,
You should watch the video,
I'm dying
yeah.
to go have that hot dog.
People are like, oh my God, where will this be?
Yeah.
Okay, so your preferences. I'm getting the feeling that if they're grilled, you're looking for more of that charred flavor. I mean,
And
how
Jay
grilled?
likes an English dog, an English bun.
Yeah, I'm definitely partial to English buns.
Me too, yeah. Because as some of the comments I've said is this: if you have an English bun and it's butter just right, it's sitting on that nice flavored grill, you're gonna get more of a flavor out of that.
Now I will say, if you can find a good steamed bun that's done perfect, it exists. We've had a couple really good ones where everything's perfectly proportioned out just right. And, and it really makes it like, wow, I'm super impressed. So that happens a lot.
And we've had some good boiled dogs as well. It just comes down to how they prepare that boiled dog and how good is that chili in the slaw to sometimes forget about the hot dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, you want to mention?
Right, exactly.
I want to apologize to Lola because I just meant to interject that. But then when you're on Zoom, when you're talking, it goes to you. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lola. Sorry about that. Continue with your question. Sorry about that.
No. So you preferred grilled dogs, or is it more?
I'm either one.
I'm either or. It just depends how well it all tastes together. How it all
It's got to come together in that perfect bite. Do you know in the first bite?
Usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a second bite.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see me on the video. Yeah. Sometimes. And sometimes you'll see me on the video where I'll just pick the top of it just to taste the slaw. And then sometimes I'll have a little knife and I kind of just take a little bit of the chili and taste it myself just to see if that's really what I was tasting or if that's the component of
get the
what's
flavor.
making it good. Get the flavor. It's becoming an art over the trips.
So considering that you're getting feedback from these restaurants or mom and pop places that you're going to, are you already planning a tour part 2 for next year? Come back and do it again?
I'm just trying to see if we can survive this tour. It's really, I'm just hoping we can get to everybody because it's split up in about like 12 regions, the state.
Yeah, we've already hit almost over 60 different hot dog places. So, I mean,
I love the idea of just touring the state and trying, now it's hot dogs, maybe burgers next time or pizza next time. I mean, I would watch that all the time. I love that stuff.
Well, like again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to show the emphasis about West Virginia because of the COVID. We've ran into like 5 places that are closed and closed permanently because of COVID. So it's like we want to support the mom and pop shops. It supplies a workforce to a small community. Like I said, we've been to some really small communities that we didn't even know it even existed.
Yeah, we've ran into some mom and pop places that they need that exposure. They have great food and nobody knows about it. Maybe they didn't have to afford to advertise or whatever, and people just didn't know about them.
Yeah, matter of fact, we were out there in Madison and we ran into Sue Bob White.
As soon as we pulled into Boone County, we ran into Sue Bob White.
Yeah,
Sue Bob White.
She was getting out of the truck, like in her words, she said she just got out of the pokey.
Right? Yeah, she's had an issue or two.
Yeah. So we asked her. So we said, okay, so where's the best hot dog place? She goes, well, first off, let me tell you about my clothes. Somebody stole my clothes, and somebody this and that. And by the way, best hot dog place is right next to the courthouse. And I was like, okay, cool. So sure enough.
Yeah, she was spot on.
Spot on.
I was very surprised.
Yeah. And it's even more hilarious when you go into this establishment and the person goes, oh, yeah, she's been here all the time. So, okay, yeah. She knew what she was talking about. And
absolutely, as the community.
Yeah, so that'll be out in the video in a couple weeks as well. So that'll be a fun one.
We're looking forward to it. Of course, we're going to link everything up on our website at 1and3cir.com so that people can find it really, really easy and be able to share it out there.
I definitely, I want to push that we'd like for people to comment on the videos on YouTube to try to tell us their favorite place that they like to eat hot dogs in the area. So that way we can kind of pick and find new ones that way and keep track of them. Because people will comment on different Facebook threads and it takes forever to kind of find them. Right. So if they could direct them that way, then it'd be amazing.
Let me ask you this. Do you consider food trucks the same as establishments, or are you having them in a separate category?
You cut out on us there.
What was that again, Lola? Oh no, we don't do food trucks because we don't like chasing them down.
Yeah, because they're not always there that day. Yeah. So we kind of, if they have a local spot also, then yeah, we'll go there definitely.
All right, very good. Well, guys, it's been so great talking to you. And when you're down here, Joel, just swing by and pick Rick up because it would just thrill his little puppy dog heart to be able to go and eat hot dogs with you guys.
That'll be awesome.
And Jay and I have never met before. And Jay, I'll let you know, I'm a huge baseball fan. Go A's.
Hey, I'm a Giants fan. We beat you guys yesterday, or 2 days ago. We beat you yesterday, 14-2.
Yeah, whatever.
It's awesome.
But
the A's have been killing the Giants all year, so I'm happy to get that.
What's that? Say again.
So the A's have been handing it to the Giants this year, so I was very happy to see a 14-2 win yesterday.
It doesn't happen very often. Yeah. And Joel, of course, the magazine is fantastic. I honestly, I cover to cover every time I get it. So keep doing the good work, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll have 2 videos coming out for the Southern West Virginia.
3 videos.
Oh, 3 videos?
Well, we have Huntington releasing in about 5 days, and then we're moving on to
Yeah.
Southern West Virginia with 2 videos.
All right, very good. And again, if you're in the Fayetteville area, they want to hear from you. Best Hot Dog in Fayetteville. You can message them on Taste's Facebook page and through their website, guys.
So J Silverman 9 as well. J Silverman 9, right?
That's correct. Thank you.
No problem. And tastewv.com. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Maybe we can do this again when you get when you have done more of a tour. Get another idea.
Yep. We got some cooking.
I bet you do.